Well, hello and welcome back. As we move into the month of June now, plants are really vigorous and fighting to get up into the air and flower. So I'm going to focus first of all on this bed here with the sweet peas. I want to get a little net around for them to clamber up, and also to plant out some of the flowers that we grew earlier on. This is some P&B net that I found in the shed lying around. I don't know how long it's been in there, but might as well put it to good use. It's got quite large sections in it. It'll be ideal. Wrap it around this structure, and then the sweet peas and that can grow up merrily. Well, I managed to get it on in the end in some sort of fashion. Not exactly the prettiest, but I suppose the sweet peas are not going to be bothered. They'll be happy to clamber up there. Right, let's get some flowers sorted to pop in here. Right, I'm starting off with the tallest plants, and I've got these, the cosmos. Possibly not the tallest at the moment, but once I get the feet in the ground, they'll be whoosh. And if you've never grown these before, well worth giving them a shot, because they flower their hearts out right the way up until the frosts arrive. Now this is south facing, so we've got east and west over there. So I'm having them all facing that way, so the bigger ones will be at the back and the smaller ones at the front, and that way they'll all get maximum sunshine. Now, one thing to consider with cosmos, as I said before, it may look a spindly plant now, but once it gets its feet established, it will bulk up quite rapidly, and it does tend to get a bit invasive, and it will muscle in on other plants and sometimes swamp them out, so you do have to be careful, and also give them plenty of room when you're planting them out. Don't plant them too close. This is well manured soil from last year. Dig a little hole first, loosen it, just give it a little dusting of fish blood and bone, mix that in, pop him in, and firm him down. I'll leave that as it is at the moment. If it does become a bit top heavy, I'll put a cane in to support it. But I found with these, if you plant them at the right spacing, they'll actually just touch each other and support each other, and the stems do get quite thick. So unless you get high winds, they should be okay on their own. So I've got the cosmos planted. These are up next, and these are called crackerjack. They're African marigolds, a bit taller than the standard French marigolds, as we probably know. Quite a lot of you have recommended these in the comments on previous videos, so I thought I would give them a go. I'm going to pop these into the bed. I'm not sure if they'll need support yet, but the stems are thickening up. I'll see how they go, and if they do, I'll just put a little cane by the side of each one. This plant here is drier than I'd normally like it to be. Ideally, I should have given it a good soaking, but not to worry. It's got a decent root ball on it. I'll just do the same as with the other ones. Put fish and bone underneath, fill them in, and at the end, when the bed's finished, I'll give them a good soaking with the hose pipe, and I'll fill you in of what the total planting is. Whenever I hear the word crackerjack, which is, you know, it's the name of this marigold, it always brings a smile to my face of happy memories as a kid, because on a Friday at 5 to 5 there was a game show for school children which I used to watch religiously, called Crackerjack. There's two guys named Peter Glaze and Leslie Crowther, and it involved school children competing against each other with various tests and that. And the ultimate prize at the end was where you answered questions and you got a prize given to you, and these you had to keep hold of in your arms, and they stacked up until one dropped. And quite often than not, one of them was a cabbage. But at last, the sons decides to make an appearance. These are me dahlias that I grow from seed. As you can see, there's plenty of them. I think there might be another box in the back garden, I'm not sure. But anyway, judging on what we've got here, I'm going to be planting these fairly close. So hopefully we'll get a good display of them. I've still got some zinnias to pop in as well. So I will be leaving a little gap to drop one of those in here and there. Anyway, let's crack on. These dahlias claim to be a mixed variety, so really don't know what colours they are, but so we might have a bit of a clash. That's a part of gardening I like. It's see the surprise. Anyway, I suppose it's a bit of a benefit of being colourblind or partially as well. So they've all settled in now, they've had a good water. I'll just quickly show you what I've done. Along the back we've got the cosmos. It's about 3 or 4 plants each side, and they popped the one in the middle there. And then we've got the African marigolds, the crackerjack. And just along the front, a mixture of dahlias and zinnias. So I have no idea what the colours are, but we'll see what happens when they come up. So that's that flower bed done. Got to continue with some more flowers now. Guess what they are? It's time to bring out the sunflowers. This is the biggest one out of the lot. They're all fairly close to this though. As usual, we're planting them into the between the flower buckets of the sarpal mirrors, and still keep the canes up. I'm only fetching them out one at a time yet because I'm still a bit flimsy. Until I can get a stake in the ground to secure them to, I'm not going to risk bringing them all out, so I'll do them one at a time. So let's get this one planted. Put the holes in, I'm going to be using my bulb planter. Do it nice and deep. It's probably a bit smaller than the actual pot itself, but I'll wiggle it around like that. Nice and deep. And I'm sure the sunflower will love it in there. In the end, the bulb planter was big enough, so I'll have to open it up with the trowel. Not to worry though. That's deep enough. Just bring it in. As you can see, it's got a decent root ball on it. Get it a dust in mycorrhizal. Top him down into the hole, sink him back in. One more thing before I do. I've got my trusty flower support. This is steel, and there'll probably be another one on top of this. But in the meantime, that'll be enough just to tether it to. Well, that's 6 planted so far. Still got about another 3 to do. And I'll probably put them over by where the bean frame's going to go. I'll just wait and see what room I've got here. If you grow sunflowers for the first time, when you plant them out, they sometimes droop their heads a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about. Once they've had a night in the ground with plenty of water, you'll probably find the next day they've picked their heads up again. These, of course, will be part of my efforts in the Sunflower Challenge 2021, hosted as usual by Nick's Allotment Diary. I reckon any day spent in the garden's a good day, but for me, today especially has been most enjoyable. Planting out the flowers, and I've got the mixed border done as you've seen, and also the sunflowers. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at planting the wall baskets and the hanging baskets with the pendula begonias. The final piece of the jigsaw for planting out the flowers is doing the 4 hanging baskets and the 2 wall baskets. I'll be putting them with these trailing pendula begonias. I've not actually grown these myself. I purchased these from my local market to a very reasonable price. I do every year intend to save the corms, but they always get left out into the baskets and eventually rot. So if you're watching about September, give me a reminder to save the corms. Right, so I'm going to carry on planting these, and many thanks for watching. This brings this one to an end. Hope to see you in the next one, where we'll be planting out some more vegetables. Until then, see you later. Bye for now.